Jeez, he looks massive now. Used to call the house food plot. There's the new property line right there. There's a house. So he's literally living in a van down by the river.
My name is Matt Foley.
Right now as we speak, February 3rd, 2024. All right, so here's our, what we used to call the house food plot. There's the new property line right there. Pricing has been very, very steep, a little bit frustrating. The farms that are turnkey, kind of like ours, they want ridiculous money. I mean, ridiculous. Buddy Felipe, aka Pro Staffer Phil, is living in a camper down by a river over in Missouri.
And I live in a van down by the river.
Nowhere to live, his house is gone. We'll talk about that during today's video a little bit. We're gonna talk about selling our land. I'll probably show you the new survey points on our land because we sold the land but not the house or the VRBO cabin yet. Pull the trail cameras. It's finally sunny. Maybe we'll talk briefly about the land search. I've been running in circles. That's all going on 2.0. We've made several offers and counter offers, so if you're interested, head over to 2.0, subscribe, hit the like button. We'd really love to have you along for the ride because this is real life, lots of stress. So we've got a couple, 2-3 weeks left with our land that we can play with it on, play on with it, whatever. You know what I mean. So let's go for a quick ride. Sharon's out looking for sheds. I got a shed story kind of to show you too, a big buck. Finally, we might have a chance at a shed. I don't know, we'll see.
Okay, well, I am filming right now Beefy Burrito. He's back there eating, and he already dropped one of his antlers. So we gotta go find that if he's still hanging around here. He's just chewing away on the turnips or whatever's back there.
Anyways, let's get some fresh air. I'll give you a full update on things, and I'll update on the dude living in the van down by the river. For real. All right, man, we got lots going on. Trying to keep sanity. You know, we're selling everything. We're trying to buy a new dream farm. It costs an arm and a leg. There's not enough cash to go around, but we're gonna do the best we can. I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of frustration about the reasons we're leaving. Many of you could just guess what they are, but we're leaving for a different state. My choice. So we're gonna take chicken salad and we're gonna take chicken and make chicken salad out of it and make the best of it. Sharon is out antler shed hunting and metal detecting. It looks like I'm going to get all my trail cams. You know, we developed this property for the last 8 to 9 years. And it looks like this might be the first year we might get some mature bucks that shed their antlers here, because they're all in my food plots now. And one dropped an antler just the other day. But anyways, let me go get my cameras. Take a little ride. We'll check in on Sharon, see what she's doing. Hey, what you doing?
Finding the buried treasure.
You metal detecting?
Yeah.
Did you find any antlers?
Not yet.
Darn it.
That's why I'm doing this.
Okay, all right, so here's our, what we used to call the house food plot. There's the new property line right there. There's a house. I'm pulling my cameras. I gotta move that stand. I'm gonna try to salvage that. If I can, and I'm gonna try and put it in another spot. There's gonna be 22 acres left with the house, and then the new buyer gets to keep that one, but he's got to move it. Told him I don't want it, you know, right in we're still in view of the house, and he ain't gonna hunt this spot anyways, so he's gonna keep that bourbon blind. I'm gonna pull my camera here. I don't know where it is, to be honest, because they cleared this high line. I don't know if you can tell, but my camera was there and they moved it and they rehung it. I mean, that was really nice of them. I'm being serious. So we've been getting pictures on it, but it's somewhere in this vicinity, because I had it on a low brush pile over here. Look at the deer tracks in here. Wow. This food plot, here we are February 3rd, I think. And they are still pounding this food plot. Big shout out to Paul Wiki at Whitetail Food Plots USA, because this has been awesome. That big 10 pointers in here like every night, hitting the remainder of this food plot. So, oh, I see it. They put on, I used to have it right here on the edge of this brush pile. You know, they cleaned all this highline a few weeks back and they rehung it for me. So that was really cool. Figures, now that I'm leaving, they finally cleaned this highline up. This highline feeds the whole little neighborhood down there. So this, they've always been getting branches on this one, and now you could actually like see, you could actually drive a four-wheeler down there, because it's kind of rocky and there's swales in there. But hey, the new landowner will appreciate that, I'm sure. And it bites into the ground seriously, so I want to see if this NS is going to be able to handle it. So let's get some fresh air. Thanks. One of my favorite camera spots right here. Right there. Take a ride and check for any easy antler sheds. Alright, well, let's go get that scrape camera. Look at them loblollies, beautiful. So we planted these loblollies 5 or 6 years ago when they were just little whips, you know, like 1 foot to 18-inch whips. The properties we're looking at in Missouri, several of them are cattle farms, so we may end up doing this all over again on an open cattle field, planting loblolly barriers and stuff for wildlife, but I guess we'll see how it's going to go. All right, so there's just so much to take in, you know. I mean, we're going to have just a little while to soak it in, but the property will be officially sold here very soon, just a couple weeks. Survey's already done. I got to deal with mortgages and do a one mortgage release that's going to get paid, and then I got to do a partial mortgage release because I had a mortgage on the house and I had a mortgage on the land. So yeah, I'll have to clean them messes up, but hopefully we'll have enough of a nest egg from this property for the next one. Pricing has been very, very steep. A little bit frustrating, but I mentioned in an earlier video, you know, we did get paid pretty handsomely on this property, so hopefully we'll be able to find a good enough farm, even though we're gonna have to start from scratch, because the farms that are turnkey, kind of like ours, they want ridiculous money. I mean ridiculous. Almost not even worth looking at. So now we're down in the southeast corner. I'm gonna grab this camera. This is another combination camera, a scrape and a food plots, and you could also see the Hughes blind on it. I never even hunted this Hughes blind. Never. The boys hunted it like once or twice. So as I drive around this property, it kind of pains me to see just how beautiful it's turning out. I mean, we're only midstream. I mean, all the work was done in the first 5 or 6 years, and now it's just going to keep getting better. The rewards would have just keep getting better. But as I mentioned earlier in the video, it is my decision as a former law enforcement and military. I have reasons which when this whole thing is all said and done, I'll come clean and share a lot of things with you guys. But anyways, we're going to be paying basically equal money, probably on the Missouri end or Kentucky end, for a raw farm. And we're going to have to redo everything here. But if I look ahead 5 or 10 years, the way things are going right now, it's a decision that I guess I'm kind of willing to make right now. We're ready for a fresh start in life. Let's put it that way. All right, I kind of got off track. I wanted to show you. You see these pink survey stakes. The new 22 acres is going to include the 2 ponds and that field we started in, and that's in a patch of woods to the east. But there might be enough room right here at the edge of the pond for a new food plot. Anyways, I wanted to show you the new survey stakes, but anyways, I got to rambling. But let's get some more fresh air, and I'll share some more inside stuff with you guys. Oh yeah, I've been waiting for this one to get cleaned up a little. Coyotes had some dinner here. A little long forky. Maybe I'll leave him for the new landowner. I don't feel like calling in a tag. If you find a deadhead, you got to call in for a tag in Illinois. If you want to keep it, I guess. So as I knock the clay off here on one of our open trails, this is going to be on the part that's sold. We're not going to have much for trails left in our 22 acres. I do have one kind of perimeter trail in them woods over there. I'm going to reopen it up with the excavator and tractor and make it the best 22 acres that it can be. We'll still have the driveway access here, but yeah, what fun is that? Anyways, as I'm grappling with all this and taking it all in, I'm just trying to share it with you guys because it is a big deal. It's a big thing, but I'm looking ahead. I'm hopeful we're going to find a beautiful place that we can start all over again and have a ton of fun with. I'm really looking forward to the future. You can see these deer are in here after these turnips and radishes. Even though they didn't grow the greatest because of 2 droughts, I replanted them, I think either 3 or 4 different times, and so that's what they're living on right now. This is critical time right now until we get green up. Look at us like cattle out here. I mean, every day you could see this one from the driveway when you come in. There's, you know, a dozen of them in here every day. So I had more that I wanted to get to today to keep you guys updated, but I'm kind of exhausted in a lot of ways. When you think of the financial hurdles to buy a piece of land in today's crazy inflationary environment, it does take a toll. I mean, just for an example, the mortgage on our land here Granted, it's at very low interest rates, but the mortgage on our land here is $1,400 a month for 150 acres. And to buy a new chunk of ground at today's rates, and now you're looking at a $7,000 a month note to try to buy a new chunk of land. Granted, we're going to be able to put a good down payment down. Either way, it's a lot to take in, so I appreciate everyone joining us. Stay tuned to both this channel and 2.0. We're documenting this whole thing, and I'm hoping we're going to come out smelling, maybe not like a rose, but at least maybe like dandelions when we finally find a new place and make the move happen and finally offload what assets and land we got left here in Illinois. So thanks for joining us. I hope to see you on the next episode. Until then, take care and God bless.